Okay, so my name is Robin, nutrition specialist, and we're going to talk about Shred 10 and what that is. And we're gearing up for February Shred. And I think maybe someone is going to ask me to make sure that I record it. So let me just see if that's what they're saying to me. Thank you, Alma, you too. That is funny. So our Shred 10 is a jump start to better health. And there's the 10, people think it's 10 pounds, and it could be, but it's really 10 days, 10 things. And we're going to explore that a little bit with you. So you're going to shred the foods and the habits that are not serving you and flood your body with whole food nutrition. As far as the pounds are concerned, because usually that's what people, they just want to know, that can they get pounds off. And so the answer is yes. When you go through the protocol of the shred, pounds are going to come off because that's a side effect. But we're not promoting the shred as a weight loss program. We're promoting it as a program that'll get you healthy from a cellular level, and the side effect is the pounds are coming off. And shredders, because remember, this is 10 days, so shredders usually release between 4 up to 15 pounds on during the shred. And so what we know is that, and this is so true, and it's so apparent every day, is that our environment is so full of toxins, and we breathe them in, it gets into our cells, and from that, it can wreak havoc on the body. So between the environmental toxins and the food that we eat, our bodies really aren't getting what it needs to fight off the toxins. And so that's where we become compromised. And so you see a lot more cancers, autoimmunes, asthma, allergies, diabetes. I mean, the list goes on as to what you see as a result of what we're not getting in our bodies. And so because the shred works, because we're taking the time to remove what is not serving us, and then we're literally giving our body micronutrients. And micronutrients come from fruits and vegetables, and that's the phytochemicals and what is needed for your cells. It's armor for your cells. So if your body doesn't have enough of the micronutrients, it really won't be able to fight off illness and diseases as you would want it to. So it is February, or it will be. It's heart month, it's love month. So I encourage you to love on yourself in February and every month, but it's a good theme. And our theme for the whole year is Eat to Live. Eat to Live 2020. So the guidelines for the shred are as follows. So for the 10 days, you're going to eliminate gluten and dairy. And gluten is the protein found in wheat. And why we're saying to eliminate that is because oftentimes the gluten that we are eating is modified in such a way that our digestive system may not function well with it, but we don't know it. And so a lot of health issues come from that. And the only way to know that is to stop doing it. So for 10 days, we're asking you to pull back on, that would be the breads, the pastas, the cereals. And you might say, well, can I then replace it with a gluten-free food? So I'm going to hold that answer until we get to the rest of the list. Dairy, that's milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, just for 10 days. And oftentimes people have allergies or allergens related to dairy, and they don't know that either. So when you pull that back, you'll get to see what your body is saying to you for those 10 days. We're also eliminating processed foods and refined sugars. So processed foods is basically anything that's in a box or a can and has multiple ingredients that are you can look at it. There's chemicals, there's processed, there's what do we call it? Preservatives in it. So we're going to stay away from that as best we can. And then the refined sugar. So that is not our natural sugars, because we are going to have natural sugars. So that's exciting. Our goal is not to take away all things sugar in terms of natural sugars, but refined sugars, cakes, cookies, pies, you know, the scoop of sugar that you might put in your coffee or your tea, or juices that have sugar for 10 days. We're going to take that out. Drink enough water so that your urine is clear. And that just solves a lot of problems, because the question is, well, how much do I drink until your urine is clear? You will sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, exercise most days. I tell you, the older we get, the more this exercise piece is compulsory, in the weight-bearing exercises is really, really important to do that. And we're going to ask you to stop eating after 6, 7 at the max, but eating after 6, 7 gives your body that chance to clear itself, the more digestive work and energy it has to do, the more energy we extend. And so after stopping eating after a certain time really is useful for the body during the shred. You're going to replace 1 or 2 of your meals with the complete all plant-based shake that we're going to tell you a little bit more about. And you're going to add in, we recommend, not require, but highly, highly recommended, that you add in your fruits, vegetables, and berries as a plant powder or a capsule. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that. And then you're going to follow the shred menu and the recipes that we provide for you. We have a roadmap, so it's all laid out, so you to take the guesswork out of what you're doing and what you're eating, because we want you to be successful. And then we also want you to communicate regularly with your shred leader or the shred community, because we want to know how you're doing. We get some wonderful shred stories. It is so, so inspiring. As a shredder, you will receive a 10-day menu that tells you what to eat or guides you through what to eat for the 10 days. And I'll give you a snapshot of what's on there. And then you'll get a 4-week menu to use after the shred so that you can continue. It's not as quote unquote strict as the shred. Maybe you want to have butter or cheese or a little bit of sugar or what have you. The after menu is just really to help to keep everything balanced, blood sugar, blood pressure, all of those things, but giving you that guidance. And then as a shredder, when you decide to do the shred, it's going to come with the plant-based protein, which is a protein drink or shake. Once you register to do the shred, it is a part of your minimum registration. It comes with also a digital recipe book, our accountability group, our success guide, and support from your shred leaders. And then we have a whole team of wellness experts and inspiring people that will be sharing and posting and connecting with you. We do this every month, the second Monday of the month as a group. We all shred, we're all going through it together, and it just creates good synergy and energy that way. We like to hold each other accountable. I always say, they always remind me to drink my water, because I get off on that, or I don't do well with that. That's my struggle. So I have to admit, as a nutritionist, where I struggle. But we hold each other accountable. We look for each other. We want all of us to be successful. When you decide to do the shred, we do have the Facebook group that we will invite you to. But if you don't do Facebook, then we will text you, or your shred leader, the person that is inviting you here, will text you and share that information with you. A question comes up, can you intermittent fast with the shred? And if you don't know what that is a cycle of eating and then fasting. And so the most popular way to do that is 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. And you can do intermittent fasting with the shred or not. The menu that we will provide you will give you both options, and you can decide how you want to approach it. I do intermittent fasting with my shred because I find that it does work better for my body. And then a question is the shred an all plant-based program? No, but the more plants that you eat, the more you'll fill your cells. But if your desire is to eat animal protein, we're not mad at you. We give the guide, we'll give options no matter what your dietary lifestyle is or that you want it to be. We want you to take baby steps and jump into this or get into this with how it's feasible and what's comfortable for you. But again, the more plants you eat, the better your body will be. And so the menu, their first meal is breakfast, whatever time that happens. It will be your shake, and you can do that as a smoothie or just a drink. It keeps you full for 4 hours. Drink your water with that. If you want to add in some veggies, you'll do that. So that keeps the guesswork out of what are you going to eat at first. It's going to be your shake. The second meal, if you're doing a snack, you can do vegetables and hummus. You can do tuna. You can do turkey breast and veggies and water. So that's a snack option. And there are others in the menu, but this just gives you a snapshot. Your lunch, you can keep it simple again and go back and have a shake with a salad. Or you can do a big salad with chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, tofu, a piece of fruit, and water. And then for dinner, That's where your creativity comes in, or not. There's recipes that you can use, or if you want to do chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, tofu with some veggies and brown rice or sweet potatoes or even corn tortillas. I want everybody to know, because Taco Tuesday comes up every time we do the shred. And tacos are legal on the shred because you can have corn tortillas because they're not gluten. So that's a snapshot of the menu. And then the plant-based protein that we recommend is called the Complete. And as I mentioned before, you're going to replace 1 or 2 of your meals with the Complete. And it really is a mix of balanced nutrition. It has your fiber, it has your carbs, it has your protein, it has everything that you need. Macronutrients, which is, as I mentioned, your fat. It doesn't have fat. It has your carbohydrates and your protein. And it really is designed to flood your body with the nutrients. So the Complete protein is the basis or a significant part of the shred. So you got to have this to do the shred. So as I said, what you need or what you have to participate is you have to have the Complete. You got to have it, because that is your registration. When you purchase the Complete, everything else comes with it. So what I love about it is you're getting so many bonuses because you're buying your Complete, and then you're getting the support of the team and all the shred resources and all of that. We highly recommend the fruits and vegetables, which are in a plant powders, we call them, and they're either in a capsule or a chewable. You don't have to have them, but we recommend them, and I'll tell you why. That is where your micronutrients are. So imagine flooding your body with 30 different raw fruits. 30 different raw fruits and vegetables every day for 10 days or more, what the body would do. Like if you were to eat and juice every day, what do you think would happen to your body? And then we want you to bring, I'm all disheveled, like I had like a what do you call it, a photo bomb in my video. We want you to bring your commitment to yourself. So you gotta have the Complete, recommend the plant powders, and you gotta have a commitment to yourself for at least 10 days. And we know after the 10 days, you'll feel good and you'll be inspired to go on. So why do we recommend these plant powders in the first place? Again, I say to you, it's backed by science, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happens when you take them. So that's exciting, because I can say what research shows will happen in your body. The fruits and vegetables that we get out of the store are not vine ripened. They can't be, because they have to sit in the store and wait for you to get them. So this is literally fruits and vegetables with the water taken out, turned into a powder, the pits, the peel, the seeds, all of that is ground up and delivered to you in a capsule. And it's not a multivitamin. So when you're doing the shred or you're taking the plant powders, you don't need to take a multivitamin, because you're literally getting everything that you need from the food source. And it on the label, because they come in a bottle, and though you would think it's a vitamin because it's in a capsule or a chewable, it is not. It's literally food. The label says nutrition facts and not supplement facts. So when you're taking a supplement or a vitamin, it will say supplement facts. This has a nutrition label, just like broccoli or any produce that you would get from the store. So let me tell you 11 things that are proven by science, by research, to take place in your body when you take the plant powders for the consistently the dosage that's recommended. So let me tell you, within the first 7 days, now this is very, very powerful. And I want to clarify, you'll take the Complete, but this what I'm giving you is based on what happens when you're taking the actual Juice Plus plant powders. As a capsule, because I say plant powders, but the powders are in the capsule, just to be clear. If you can't swallow the capsules, we have chewables. So within the first 7 days, all the antioxidants in your blood plasma will go up by 75%. Within the first 7 days, the free radicals and the damage will go down by 75%. That's pretty powerful. In 80 days, so that's 4 months, your DNA will be 66% less damage than it was if you weren't taking it. Remember, we're helping you build your body from a cellular level. That is how, when we talk about eat to live, this is what we're talking about. And so if you're taking 2 of each every day, that is how your DNA is repaired. cardiovascular improvement and circulation within 28 days. Your B cells and your T cells, that's your immune system and function. And cancer is out there and we know it. It's out there and it's attacking people and it's getting people. Those who can fight it and build their immune system up are just better off. So your T cells and your B cells are heightened and improved within 80 days. The anti-inflammatory response throughout your body is heightened. That means less inflammation in your body. Healthier gums and the pockets around your teeth will bleed less. That was what happened to me. I went to the dentist and they literally said that my gums were just lovely. And I didn't floss anymore, which is not good to say, but it was because I was taking the plant powders. And then your skin. Your skin is going to improve. 80 days is 2.5 months. Is it 2.5 months? Yes, it is. Thank you. Did I say 4 months? Did I say 4 months? 4 months. Thank you. Keep me honest. I think I might have said 4 months is 120 days and 80 days is 2.5 months. Thank you guys. Looking out for me. Please look out for me. Please look out. And then pregnancy study that lowers the risk of preeclampsia, toxemia, and premature labor. And the new study shows that it decreases belly fat and insulin resistance and increased lung power and capacity in smokers. And it also shows that it lowers cholesterol in the blood. And that's true because I hear that. I do hear that. When you're taking the plant powders, if you have a child, a grandchild, a person in college, they will receive it for free. So as a shredder, if you decide to get the plant powders, you can sponsor a child to get them for free. Our shred team makes a donation on behalf of the child so that the child can get it for free. That's the largest study of children, and it finds that when children, because children are worse off than we are as adults, is that 90% of children that take the plant powders see a positive result. And so we want to make sure that the kids get it. So what can you expect from Shred 10? Everybody's story is different. Diane, I'm going to unmute you in just a second because I'd love for you to, if you're willing, just to share briefly what you've noticed by when you've been doing Shred 10. But everybody's story is different. What you hear from one person may not be your exact experience, but I just want to give you a snapshot so that you know what others have experienced. So Diane, are you willing to share real quick just a few things that you've noticed since you've been shredding? I unmuted you, so I hope that's okay. What have you noticed being a shredder?
The one thing, several things that I've noticed since I've started shredding is, and I've been shredding off and on for 2 years. I think we've been shredding, and now we're doing it every month. But the one thing that I noticed is that when I revert back to my old way of eating, my body doesn't want it. I mean, I didn't feel before. I mean, I would just eat, and I'm eating smaller quantities, but I wasn't eating good food. So when I started shredding, I noticed that when I would try to creep back into my old habits, my body would reject it. I would start itching, my stomach would get real bloaty, my face actually started breaking out, and I haven't had pimples in 40 years.
Wow.
So doing the shred keeps my body focused and keeps me focused on what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And I've learned that. I didn't know I had allergies to bread. I didn't, and I've learned that since I've started shredding that when I eat bread, I have a reaction. But I never associated it with bread. But the shred gave me an opportunity to cleanse my body so that when I start putting undesirables, my body would be like, like that.
Right. And then tell me this, I heard that you had a positive experience with your cholesterol. Is that accurate?
Actually, I did have a positive experience with my cholesterol, and I was shocked. I mean, I was the most shocked. And my cholesterol in 2016 and 17 was 139, which is high because I am a congestive heart failure patient, or it's controlled, but I could not get my cholesterol under control, and my doctor was very concerned. So we started Juice Plus in 2017, and then I started shredding on a regular basis. I did a no-no, like Robin didn't floss. I stopped taking my cholesterol medicine, and I don't recommend that to anyone, but I was feeling so good until my doctor wrote me and said, it's time to come in for your cholesterol test. Then I panicked because I hadn't been taking my medicine.
Okay.
But what was so surprising, when I received my cholesterol results, my cholesterol, I'm sorry, it was 239. I apologize. I said 139. My cholesterol was actually 200. It went down 39 points in a year and a half. Wow. And that's incredible. And so my doctor gave me a congratulations, good job note. And then I immediately called Robin and I said, let me tell you what just happened. And this was very unexpected because wow. I just felt like I was just going to be this cholesterol person for the rest of my life. But I'm consistent with my Juice Plus, and I'm shredding more honestly, and I have changed my diet tremendously, and I feel great.
Thank you so much for sharing. I always just really do get excited. And let me see if I can. Thank you, Diane. I'm gonna put you back on mute for a second. Thank you so much for sharing. And then Alma, where are you? Can you share your there you are. Just your Shred 10, your Juice Plus story, and yes. How that all went for you.
Yeah. Well, I started with the fruits, vegetables, and berries, and omegas right away. Mm-hmm. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 10 years ago now because I've been on Juice Plus for almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. But I had fibromyalgia really bad where I was suicidal due to the pain and just didn't feel good at all. A lot of symptoms. I had arthritis. I had no energy at all. I think, arthritis in my back and my neck. We're taking the Juice Plus. It brought down my inflammation a lot. I got my energy back. The other day I got all my blood tests done and all my B, my D's, my iron, you named it, everything's good. Oh, I got sick 3 times last year. My birthday, December, really bad. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't get an antibiotics. And then 2 more times, I believe it was in October and November. I work with kids, so. And I went to the doctors to get my results. When I went in there, I told him, I didn't see you when I got sick. He goes, I know. He goes, your body is getting really strong. And he knows Juice Plus and shredding. Doing the shred in the beginning, I lost 25 pounds also. I have learned to cook, and like Facebook, you get so much energy from other people and their cooking, like lifestyle, that you feel so good. You just continue to live that lifestyle. I just bought my second tower garden.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Cool. I bought a new house, and my tower garden is going again. So when you guys come, my tower will be on again. But my new one is going to be in the house, and I'm starting to plant too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that your journey. I mean, you could say more, of course, but we're gonna because I know that I gotta look at my time. But your journey is very, very inspiring, and I get lucky enough or fortunate enough to just be inspired by people every day with their shred stories and their Juice Plus stories. So thank you for that. And I'm gonna put you back on mute, and I'm gonna speed it up so I make sure that this doesn't go too long. But you all have heard the power of shredding, and when you're taking the plant powders, we shred 10 days out of every month. So this is a lifestyle. After the 10 days, we have a meeting with all the shredders online like this. We talk about what happened, the pros and the cons, and you can utilize that nutrition plan. What we know about shredders is that the shredders who do the protein, actually the shredders that do the complete shakes plus the plant powders see more results their body responds at a higher level. And as I said to you, you can do the shred with just the protein, but we know that when you do them both, that's when you get the most power for it. So this is how you ensure that your goals stick when you're doing the shred or doing anything. You want to put your time, your commitment in, and usually that's your time and your money. Have a plan, and we're helping you with that step by step, day by day, 1, 2, 3. Have a why. What are you doing this for anyway? Accountability, we're here for you. And then your surroundings must change. So it's really good if you're doing the shred. At the very least, you have us. But if you can grab your friends and your family, your coworkers to shred with you, that's even more powerful. I'm going to go over the guidelines one more time. You're going to eliminate gluten and dairy, processed foods and refined sugar, drink enough water so your urine is clear. You're going to sleep 7 to 8 hours, exercise most days, eliminate eating after 6, 7 at the latest. You're going to replace 1 or 2 of your meals with the all plant-based complete shake. Recommended, not required, but very, very highly recommended to add in the fruits, vegetables, and berries as a chewable or in a capsule. And follow the guidelines, the recipes, and the menu, and communicate, share, post, connect, and that helps you. You're going to receive your meal plans and guides, your protein at the very least, digital recipe book, our accountability group, success guide, support from us, and a team of wellness experts that will connect with us. So we're starting our next shred February the 10th. And be prepared. Come on, do it with us. You have a little bit of time depending on when you're watching this or hearing this. The deadline to confirm is the 3rd of February. So don't let the deadline pass, because we want you to get your meal plan, prepare. Also, we have to send you your plant powders and or your complete shake, and you need about a week before we start to get that in. All right, so I recommend that you connect with the person who invited you here and let me go over the pricing, because people are like, okay, well, what's the investment? It's so super reasonable. It just is. Option 1 is if you're doing just the complete, then that is 4 payments of $35. Some states have tax, so it may be a little bit more, but approximately $35 if you just did the complete. Option 2 is if you do the complete, that's the shake, plus the fruits and vegetables, and that's approximately 4 payments of $85. If you're doing option 3, which is the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, so option 2 does not include berries, option 3 does, and that is 4 payments of approximately $110. So you're billed 4 consecutive payments, so month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, and then after that, you can re-up or not, or whatever you want to do with that, but we're asking you to make that commitment for 4 months. The question comes up, well, do you have to shred every month for 4 months? You do not have to, but you will have enough product to continue to shred multiple times. We definitely want you to take your Juice Plus plant powders consistently over the 4 months. That is when you're going to get the most bang for your buck, and what I mentioned about the 11 things that are happening. When you take them, that's when you're able to have that happen to you. So questions that come up, again, I answered that. You're not required to shred every month. The 4 payments is, so it's more affordable, right? You can break up the payments into 4, and the company trusts you, right? They're going to send you all of your Juice Plus, all of your complete, and then you will have the 4 months to pay for them. What happens if you order the complete and you don't like it or it doesn't work for you? Money back guarantee on everything. So for whatever reason, if it doesn't work, we can help you send it back. If you order the plant powders, same thing. If for whatever reason it doesn't work for you, money back guarantee will help you get that back and refunded, all of that. So we're up to par. We're cool people. We want to just make sure that you're satisfied in what you're doing. The complete comes in 60 servings. So if you're doing 1 shake a day for the 10 days, it'll last you, for 4 shreds. It just depends on how you use those 60 servings. That's up to you, but that's the amount that's coming when you order them, 60 servings. The Juice Plus plant powders will last you 4 months. So they are designed because, again, the research shows that the consistency of taking them over that 4-month period is where you get the most benefit. And you don't have to wait until the 3rd or the 10th to get your meal plan. As soon as you order your complete, we will send that to you, and you can kind of get a pre-start if you want to, or just get prepared. So does anyone have any questions? I feel like at the end I pick it up and try to go a little bit faster because I want to always keep it to 30 minutes. But I encourage you to contact the person that invited you here so that you can get started with the shred. And are there any questions that I can answer for anyone before we wrap it up? Okie dokie. Well, I thank you so much for being here. You could have been anywhere, or but you're here. So my name is Robin, and I hope that you will join us for the shred.